at Mowers and Blowers. Good morning. It's football Sunday, and I'm up early, around 10. A buddy of mine from locally needs to buy one of my hood chutes for a bagger system for an MTD that I've had for like a year. Anyway, he's coming to pick it up in like 20 minutes. But first, I wanted to do an unboxing of this thing that I got just a couple of days ago. As you guys remember from a previous episode, a company called Snapfresh sent me this electric cordless leaf blower, and we did a review on it. While the review was less than positive for Snapfresh, he appreciated the honest, genuine review about what I truly thought about the machine, you know? I basically said it was underpowered because it's electric, right? And the first setting is kind of like just a hair dryer. Second setting is a little bit better, but not much. I basically said it's only good for like grandma and your kids, like a toy to play with. But it can be convenient in terms of blowing leaves out of your like garage or your driveway because there's no resistance to the leaves. You can just freely blow them off very easily, and you don't have to start anything. You don't have to add gas. You just pick it up and use it, you know? So that is what's convenient about the electric ones. But anyway, shortly after I did this review, Snapfresh said, hey, we'd like for you to try out a couple of more items. And I says, I'd be happy to, as long as you don't mind my being honest. Now look, when companies send certain influencers or YouTubers, right, they feel like, ooh, they sent it to me for free, so I have to give them a really good review. They'll give them a false review, a positive review, just because they sent it to them for free. As you guys know, I am deadly honest in my videos. I simply don't care if you send it to me for free or not. I'm going to tell you, if it sucks, it sucks. But if it's good, it's good. You know what I mean? So anyway, while I think this thing is underpowered big time, I would never use this to blow leaves off my lawn. I've actually used it to blow crap out of my van, you know, my walkway, my stoop, and my driveway, because it's easier to get the leaves off, and you just grab it and go, you know what I mean? So in that respect, I actually kept it for that. So Snapfresh sent me another box the other day. I just opened this box. I didn't open the inner one. And they sent me a new Snapfresh cordless reciprocating saw, otherwise known as a Sawzall. I know, that's kind of hard to say. It doesn't exactly roll off your tongue. It's a Sawzall. This is the BBT JOL01 from Snapfresh. Let's open it up and see, hey, what's in the box? Ooh, cool. So it's small, you know, but honestly has pretty good weight. Like it's a quality item, you know. The safety thing here, you put your finger on this first and then you can trigger, otherwise you cannot. This area here is for the battery. It's got an attached Allen key here to loosen Allen or hex bolts. And usually it's for the insertion of the blade, but it looks like this one here is a quick release. You do that and you can stick the blade in and then just let go without having to use the hex key. I wonder what the hex key is for then. I believe here you can use it for that. Here are a bunch of different blades and the instructions. Get out of here! We don't need any instructions! So anyway, here are the different blades. different serrations. I would think that some of these are for metal, some are for wood. You know, almost like a hacksaw blade. I would say this is for metal because this one looks just like a hacksaw blade. You know, a blade for hacksaws. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different blades. These are for wood, you can tell. You know what I mean? And they're nice and long. Oh, this is very cool. It tells you. It's for branches. This is for thicker wood. Look at that. Metal beam. Metal beam. And this is wood too. Okay, so 3 wood blades and 2 metal blades. Very interesting. You know, for them to have a depiction of it. Here's a second box that's in the big box. That was in the bigger box. This is the charger, I'm sure. 20 volt. And here is the 20 volt battery. Slides in like that. It clicks. From what I remember with the Snapfresh leaf blower, it doesn't click into the device. It only clicks into the charger. So let's see. Oh, it does click. Well, the other one didn't click. Did it click? So let's press this battery indicator. And it shows it's full. So we don't have to wait for the battery to charge for us to try. Ooh. That seems very strong actually, fellas. Let me take the battery out before I put the blade in so I don't chop my hand off. Let's try a wooden one. Let's try the biggest wooden blade that we have. These serrations over here are less apart than this one. This one I would say you can cut like 2x4s and stuff like that, right? This I would think you could use for branches. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. It's the other way around. The serrations that are closer together is for wood blocks. See, like 2x4s. This one's for branches. Let's try this one because I've got plenty of branches, you know. So obviously the serration's going to be pointed downwards. I'm gonna put pressure on this one and rotate it all the way and see if I can just shove this in and then let go. Yep, and it's secure on here because it has a hole at the end of the blade. So then once you stick it in and you release the tension, there's a little pin that probably goes in that lines up to the hole. If you had if you didn't have it all the way in, it wouldn't be able to hold, see? So stick it all the way in and let go, and it's secure. Now, use caution, guys. Wear very thick gloves and never wear slippers when you're doing things. But I'm not a regular person, so I'm just going to do this. Oh, I didn't put the battery in. Duh. Wow, that's pretty strong feeling, fellas. Good quality. I'm a little surprised, actually. This feels like a good piece of equipment. Really convenient, too, you know, because I have a Sawzall from Makita, right? But it's a corded one. So I gotta get a long cord if I have to go do something and attach the cord. But this cordless thing seems very strong. I like it. Now, as you can see, Snapfresh also sent me their new beta 4 amp per hour battery as opposed to the 2 amp one. Now there's not a power difference, but there's a longevity difference. This one will last almost twice as much as the 2 amp per hour one. So I've got a 4 amp one. Let's see if they're interchangeable, because it would make sense if all their items had interchangeable batteries, so you didn't have to buy a different battery for each device. I'm sure it's gonna fit.
Henry, don't bother, it's gonna fit.
All right, whatever. There we go, it does fit, and it does work. Very cool. But because we were sent this for this reciprocating saw only, I'm gonna use what they gave me to make it a fair review, you know? I don't want to put in a stronger battery or longer lasting battery if they didn't send it to me for this specific device, right? So we're going to try this Snapfresh 20 volt reciprocating saw, or better known as a Sawzall. So let's try something really simple first, just to start off, just to get warmed up, you know what I mean? So I've got this, I don't know what kind of tree it is. I'm not much of an arborist, but it's got like this alfalfa sprout growing out the top, you know, and it makes this bush a little bit unsymmetrical. Insymmetrical? Unsymmetrical. Not symmetrical. Let's cut it off. Ready? Boom! That was solid, bro. So I'm in my backyard. I built this fence a couple of years ago because my neighbor has this very annoying bush that grows out of control onto my side. And she never wants to trim it, you know what I mean? As you can see, these big maple tree weeds are growing up, and it's going to turn into a maple tree, you know what I mean? It's growing in between my grates here. So I'm going to just cut this off. Boom. I can actually see it through here. Stick this through there. Cut my fence. It's stuck in there, but it's broken. This is a much bigger one. It's about 1.5 inches thick now. It's turned into like a tree, you know what I'm saying? If I don't get rid of this now, it's gonna grow out of control. So here we go. Now let's let you see it better. There we go. Now you can see the thickness of this tree. Woo! Right. I'm just gonna shove this back down here. It's not mine, it's hers. I'm just cutting it. So, if you were cutting it, you want to make sure that you don't cut it like that. You know why? Because once the blade gets in here, it'll just pull the tree back and forth, back and forth. You need something to kind of hold it in place. So that's why this thing is here. As you can see, it can go different angles and stuff. But it cuts better when you have it against the thing. You know what I mean? I'll show you. 2 seconds, you know what I mean? Oh, you know, I think my friend Brian's here. I'll be right back. You really got to be careful. I mean, you could just, you know? It seems like it's easier with thicker wood. I don't know why it's so difficult to do. The thin ones? blade came off. I was manhandling it a little bit. And I don't know, man, that cleaned up pretty well and relatively easy, you know? This is a big one here. Gotta get rid of it. Yeah, let me get you closer. You gotta see that. It's a double biggie. It's stuck together, actually. One came off, the other one's kind of stuck. All right. So I cleaned that up pretty well. And it didn't take very long at all. So the key is you have to have it against this black brace here. It makes it so much easier when it's right on there. Like nothing, you know? Like butter. See that? Has to be right on it. So this is very convenient because if I would ever have to use the Sawzall or a chainsaw to do this, right? I'd have to take it out, you know, make sure that it has the chain and bar lube in it, put gas in it, start it up, primer it, start it up, let it warm up a bit, and then do it, and then put the whole thing back together again, where I could just grab an electric one and go. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like about the convenience of electric tools. But my problem with electric tools for the longest time was that they just weren't strong enough, you know, not enough torque. And then the battery would run out relatively quickly. But as you guys saw, we got rid of all these branches and trees and stuff like that, small trees, samplings, and relatively fast, 5 minutes or so, you know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. This one was probably the thickest one. Fast. It's got to be right against it. Very cool. Let's try something different. Awesome. Super fast. That's awesome. Look at his split. wanted to get rid of that stuff for a long time. Let's try to do some 2x4s. I'm using this blade that shows wood. Here's a 2x4. Just gonna do it really quick. You know what? I might need this someday. Alright, you wanna know it? Well, let's do a big test. This is not a 2x4. It's much thicker, but it's a little rotted, but it'll give you the idea. I'm gonna cut it in half anyway. You ready? Alright, well, you know, take a little bit to do it. Take a little bit off of this just to see. Not good leverage. Not bad. When I was using the other blade to do the branches, when I would go too much on the branches, I would touch my fence, you know, with these things, and it would just cut through like butter. So I think that other blade was probably better, but this seems to work pretty well. And look, I've been doing it so far with just one charge on this 2 amp per hour battery, and it's still strong. It's very cool. I like it a lot. Believe it or not, I really like it a lot. It makes it very convenient because I don't have to go and plug things in, you know, or prime anything, put gas in it, lube, whatever. You know, that's the only good thing about electric tools. It's very simple and convenient to just grab and use, you know what I mean? And this packs a good punch, really. Oh, and also has a light. Got this PVC plastic. Let's change the blade. Out, son of a gun. Oh. Let's change this blade to this one. This one's for metal beams. Easy to switch out the blade. You should put this on tighter. So we know it's good for plastic, lickety split. Here's a rubber hose, see? Let's give this a try. That's a little shifty. You guys get the idea, right? It'll cut pretty much anything in its way. Okay. Steel pipe. Pretty thick gauge steel. All right. I guess this is the true test. I would use a hacksaw for that, you know. Let's see here. Woo! How about that? Like nothing. Clean cut. Very cool. So that's it. That's my Snapfresh reciprocating saw. 20 volt, 2 amps per hour battery. It's available on Amazon for $89.99 with free shipping. Honestly, I thought this thing worked great today. It's heavy, good quality. It feels like good quality. What I mean by heavy, you know, it's not really heavy. You can hold it with your hand, but I'm saying when you feel it, it's solid. It doesn't feel cheap and light. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like this. But this feels like a, you know, a quality hand tool, you know? This is actually feels better quality than this, you know? The wall feels a little more solid than that, though, but you know what I'm saying, right? But very convenient to use, easy off, quick disconnect for the blades, the different blades that it comes with, whether it be metal, serrated, for wood, or for steel. As you guys saw with this hacksaw blade on here, right? It's zipped through this pretty thick gauge steel pipe and like nothing, you know? Rubber, plastic, wood, whatever you want to cut, this will probably do a good job, you know? And it's small and it feels solid too, you know what I mean? It doesn't feel cheap. So I only have this 2 amp per hour battery on it, and it came fully charged with the meter. We cleared the entire side of my house and the back side of my house from the brush. Big thick branches, small little samplings, right? Then we cut some 2x4s, some plastic, some rubber, and a thick metal pipe, all pretty easily, and I do not feel a loss of power. So it still feels like it's well charged. Has the light. Good rubber grip over here for your hands. It's contoured outward to protect your hands. And the quick disconnect is very convenient. You know, instead of using, you know, the other ones, I have a Makita where you have to use the hex thing to loosen the nut, put the blade in, and then tighten the nut and affix the hex key somewhere else. And it looks like that. I don't really know what the hex key is for, actually. I probably should know, because if I read the instructions I would know, but I don't know what the included hex key is for, because it has a quick disconnect on this. But you know what? Since I don't have any reason to use it, I'm just not going to use it. But the quick disconnect is a big selling point for me, because you want simplicity. You know, you don't want to be over thinking things, and then when you break a blade or you want to switch a blade out, you know, you have to go through a little bit to do it. This is like nothing, you know? So I like it. I like it a lot. Very strong. Very cool. Man. Snapfresh reciprocating saw. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. I might even keep it too. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it. Thanks a lot for joining me on today's review of the Snapfresh reciprocating saw, or Sawzall. $89.99 on Amazon with free shipping. That's a pretty good deal. Comes with the charger, the blades, the 2 amp per hour battery, all in this box. You don't really need to read the instructions. You just gotta watch this video. Thanks a lot for joining me, fellas. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video, and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.
See you guys next time on the Mowers and Blowers.